Welcome all sides with Danny, where no topic's off limits and no truth is watered down. From the pulpit to the podium, from the court to Congress, we break down sports, politics like nobody else. But today we pause all usual debate and talk. And today we want to honor two lives, two brothers taken far too soon from us, Diego Jota and Andre Silva. This episode is about them, about the family they left behind, about the game that unites us all in moments of triumph and in grief. It's about all of us too, this episode, you and I, everyone that's listening, to realize today just how fragile life really is and why we can't wait another day to love, to forgive, and to live fully, to let that brother or sister, mother or father, husband or wife, child, friend, teammate, to let them know that, hey, I love you, to let them know that, hey, I forgive you, and that no incident or situation or problem or political view, whatever it may be, should ever divide family, friends, and loved ones. That we see the value in having today to make sure that we let those around us know that we care, that we love them, that we say, hey, I'm sorry for what I did. Please forgive me. To tell that loved one of yours that, hey, I love you and I care about you and I appreciate you. I want to talk a little bit about some of the facts as best as we know them, and who they were to all of us. We understand now on July 3rd, around midnight in Spain, Diego Jota, the electric 28-year-old forward for Liverpool and for Portugal, was driving with his younger brother, Andre Silva, just 25 years of age, on A52 motorway near Cerdanyola, Spain. A sudden tire blown out caused their Lamborghini to lose control, and from what we understand, it reared off the road, slammed through a barrier, and burst into flames. The Spanish Civil Guard confirmed there was no other vehicles involved and that sadly both brothers died instantly. And so, just like that, in one moment, two bright lights are extinguished from this world. Diego leaves behind his wife, who he married just 11 days earlier on June 22nd, and their three beautiful young children. Andre leaves behind dreams, teammates, friends, parents, family that are now mourning the loss of two sons at once. We look at Diego Jota's journey and his impact. Diego's journey was every kid's dream. We all dream about having that journey of playing professionally, making it through the ranks, through hard work, dedication, and commitment. He was born in Porto, Portugal in 1996. He started at Paços de Ferreira, then jumped to Athletic Madrid, then to Porto on loan, and then to the Wolves in England, where he tore it up in the Championship Second Division, winning that division under coach Nuno Espirito Santo, and he helped them earn their promotion to the Premier League. And then in 2020, Klopp and Liverpool brought him in, and Anfield became his home. He scored 65 goals in just 182 appearances. He won the Premier League, the FA Cup, the League Cup. And on the international stage for Portugal, he dominated and became part of the team and became part of the hearts of the people of Portugal. With nearly 50 caps for Portugal and winning the Nations League twice, he made an impact wherever he went. It wasn't just his goals. It wasn't just his playing style. It was that he played with this fierce, selfless, always smiling, willing to do whatever it took. Whether it was coming off the bench, he came off the bench with a smile. Whether it was starting a game, he started the game with a smile. whether it was giving credit to his teammates, credit to his coaches. He was humble. He was committed. He was genuine. The captain of Liverpool, Virgil, said this about his sudden death. Absolutely devastated. What a human being. What a player. But most importantly, what an unbelievable family man. Mo Salah admitted this. Never thought something would frighten me about coming back to Liverpool. But knowing that Diego won't be there is going to be extremely hard. His former coach, Klopp, said this, and I believe he put it best. He said, Diego was not just a fantastic player. He was a beautiful soul. I've lost a player, but more painfully, I've lost a friend. That's what Diego was, a friend, a genuinely good person. The fans loved him, creating his own song for him that they sang in Anfield with pride about their great player and their forward winger. Kids across Portugal wore the number 20 because of him. He brought a sense of honor to put that jersey on and to represent a player with pride, a player that they loved because of his great attributes, not only on the field, but off the field. Started painting a mural of him, of Diego's grin, his arms wide after a goal, forever welcoming us home, forever welcoming the fans home. But the sad thing about it, it wasn't just Diego Jota that passed from this life. It was also his brother, Andre Silva. He was born in 2000. He followed his brother's footsteps in the Porto youth system, then in clubs like Gondomar and Pinafenal. Nearly 100 appearances, 15 goals, a fast and hungry midfielder. Less famous, sure, but every bit as passionate as his brother. He had just completed a business management degree that he graduated from. He and Diego were building a company together. Brothers in football, brothers in business, and brothers in life. One of his teammates said this: he brought speed and personality every match. But above all, he was a beloved teammate. His smile lifted the locker room. Andre was forging his own path. The two of them were inseparable. Although he wasn't his brother's shadow in the sense of soccer, in the sense of football and his abilities, him and his brother were inseparable. They had goals. They had things they were passionate about. They were inseparable in business and inseparable in soccer, and they were even inseparable even in a tragedy that took place. The fallout of this crash, this accident, struck us all. If you can only picture with me, and maybe it's hard to do, but imagine a wife home from their honeymoon, getting this call, getting a call that your husband is in an accident, and then confirming that he has passed. What about Diego's parents? First hearing that there was an accident and then being told that they have lost both sons. The entire Portugal team waking up to texts, not about match lineups, not about the next game, not about something funny, but a text letting them know that their friend, their teammates have passed from this life to the next. Getting a text that funeral arrangements are being made for someone you were just with a few days ago, weeks ago, celebrating the victory of the Nationals League, and hearing now that they have been taken from us. I said earlier that the Spanish Civil Guard said they died instantly. The car was fully engulfed in flames by the time anyone reached them. There was no long hospital vigils, no goodbyes, no making things right, no getting that last word in or saying one more joke or preparing for another practice or kicking another ball. None of that was given to anyone. Just devastating, brutal end to two vibrant individuals, two vibrant stories that were just taken in an instant. No warning, just life taken in a split second. The reaction and the global mourning for these individuals struck us all. I remember just getting up that morning and going onto Google and seeing that there was an accident and that Diego and Andre have passed. I received a text immediately from a friend of mine who said, I don't know if you heard the news, but Diego and his brother were in an accident and they were killed. I couldn't believe it. Football is a global family, and when tragedy strikes, it's felt everywhere. Liverpool delayed preseason games. Portugal declared 2 days of mourning for these men. At Anfield, thousands of scarves and flowers piled up outside the gates. From Lisbon to Manchester, people wept together. Countries wept together. Soccer players wept together. I watched just yesterday as Diego's best friend, Ruben Neves, crying on the field at the Club World Cup game, and Cancelo, a good friend of the defender on the Portugal national team, weeping when they seen them, the stadium paying tribute to Diego Jota and putting his image on the screen. They wept like children because because there was a relationship there. Not just the fact that he was a great soccer player, but it was the fact that he was a great human being. And they realized that's gone. Cristiano Ronaldo wrote, Portugal cries today. My condolence to your wife, children, your parents. Rest in peace, Diego and Andre. Jamie Carragher said this for his wife and the children. It's just devastating. LeBron James posted simple. My prayers go out to his loved ones. You never walk alone. Jota. Even Rafael Nadal said, what sad, painful news. All my love and affection to his wife, kids, parents, and friends. And in Portugal, the Prime Minister shared a sad day for football and for the national sport. Portugal mourns. Minute of silence stretched across Europe, from the Women's Euro to Wembley Center Court to the Club World Cup in the United States. There was moments and minutes of silence to remember Jota and his brother Andre. Flags flew at half-mast. Kids who only knew Jota from FIFA wiped away tears on their cheeks. It was something that shook the soccer world, the football world, as they would say in Europe. An unexpected, tragic passing of two beloved soccer players, sons, friends, and husband, dads. So the question, ladies and gentlemen, is why does something like this cut so deep? What is it about when we hear a story like this that it cuts so deep that people go over social media and give their condolences to someone they don't know? Why is it people crying for someone perhaps that they never met? What is it that it cuts so deep? I believe that here's the deeper truth. We understand something. People die every day. Parents lose children in car wrecks and accidents. Perhaps maybe every day. Just a couple of days ago, even in the community I'm a part of, someone lost a child to a car wreck. Tragedies like this strike home. Husbands lose wives to cancer. Wives lose husbands to strokes. Families get torn apart quietly without any headlines, without any news being broadcast across social media or on a news media channel. No one knows about it. Just that family that lost that loved one. They feel the hurt. They feel the pain. And you and I are not aware of those individuals. So why does it hit so different when someone famous suddenly passes from this life to the next? Because we feel like we know them. We follow their stories, their journeys. We watch Diego's story unfold. If you were a soccer fan, you followed him. If you were an FC Porto fan like I am, you followed him. You paid attention to those that come up in the farm system of these professional teams. We watch highlights of him on YouTube. We go on and we see the goals and the passes and we see the laughs. We see the highlights of him scoring hat tricks in Anfield. We saw the wedding pictures and the story that he put together so his kids could have something to watch. And so we've seen him lift up his kids at games and after games, kicking the ball with his sons. And so we see these things and it becomes our journey. We somehow mentally intertwine ourselves in these individuals' lives. We weep when they weep. We celebrate when they celebrate. When they win, we're excited. When they lose, we're just as sad as they are. Why? Because we've watched the journey. We've watched it unfold. And so when something tragic like this happens, something that takes place that we weren't expecting, it breaks that illusion of invincibility. It brings a reality check to all of us. If someone that healthy, that successful, that adored, someone with that type of character, someone with that type of love, someone with that type of attitude, someone who's respectful to his parents, who's a loving husband, a loving brother, a loving friend, a loving teammate, someone who has it all going for him. And all of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, we wake up one morning, we find out that that individual has died in a tragic accident. It reminds us that life is fragile. And if it can happen to him, then how much more can it just happen to me? If it can happen to someone at 28 and 25 whose lives are ahead of them, the best is still to come. The book is only half written and the best is still to be written. And now it's gone. The book is closed. The chapter ended, not in the way we envisioned it, not in the way we thought it would be. And so it strikes a chord with each of us. And we realize that there's a raw reminder that life is fragile and unpredictable. That nobody, not you, not I, not the richest, not the poorest, not the greatest or the least, that none of us are guaranteed tomorrow. It doesn't matter how much money I have in the bank. Doesn't matter how many people listen to my podcast. It doesn't matter how many followers I have on social media, or how big my paycheck is, or how big my house is, or the kind of car I drive. None of those things mean nothing when it's all said and done. And none of us are promised tomorrow, not even our heroes. Not even the ones we look at like superstars and out of this world type of individuals. Reality sits in when tragedy like this happens. And so I feel, ladies and gentlemen, that when situations like this happens, yes, it shakes us. The world talks about it. Not that we overlook anyone else, but it reminds us of how fragile this life is. And I believe it brings us to a place, a call to live different. So maybe in this tragic ending to two beautiful lives, there's a silver lining in grief that shakes us, that pulls at us, and that perhaps even wakes us up. It makes us cherish things that we often overlook. I remember reading about it and just looking over at my wife and just saying, if this can happen to them, I mean, it can happen to any of us. And we know that. But those moments really bring it to the forefront and we see that and we realize that. It makes us cherish what we have and not overlook. It makes us realize that I need to give forgiveness. I need to let go of whatever it is that's causing me to be bitter or upset or angry. How many people are constantly living in an angry state of life, mad at everyone, mad at the world, mad at brothers, mad at sisters, mad at parents, mad at friends, mad at coworkers, and living in this place of uneasiness, in this place that says, I'm going to show them. I'm just going to withdraw myself. I'm not going to extend that hand. I'm not going to make that phone call. They need to call me first. I'm not going to call them. They can call me and make things right. No, ladies and gentlemen, moments like this help us to realize that I'm not guaranteed tomorrow. And if I have to make things right, I need to make them right. If I have to pick up that phone and make that phone call and say, I just wanted you to know I am sorry. Forgive me, and I love you, and I want to be part of your life, and I want to be involved in what you're doing. I know that I said some things I shouldn't have said and done some things I shouldn't have done. Whatever it may be, You fill in the blanks, but there is no guarantee of tomorrow. Let's not wait to hug our kids. Let's not wait to hug our moms and dads. Let's not wait to hug our husbands and our wives. Let's not wait to call that friend and say, hey, let's get together and go get something to eat, or come on over and let's chat, or let's go for a walk. Whatever it may be, don't put off for tomorrow what can get done today, especially when it's reconciling with the ones that are close to you and that matter. Because when it's all said and done, that's all we have is our character, is the lives we've touched, those close to us. No, we might not ever reach the level of some of these superstars, but we all have our circle of friends and family that care about us. And don't allow there to be a ripple of bitterness, resentment, hate, whatever it may be. Don't allow politics, religion, and sports to divide you and to keep you from talking to someone that you love. Those things don't matter. But what matters is being there for your loved ones and your friends and letting them know that they mean the world to you. Why, you ask? Well, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed for me, and it's not guaranteed to you. The Bible says this in James chapter 4 and verse 14. You do not know what tomorrow will bring. For what is your life? It's like a mist that appears and then vanishes. It's like a wave tossed in the ocean, a vapor in the wind, a flower that's tossed. And I'm just paraphrasing here, but that's what life is. Here today and gone tomorrow. A wave tossed in the ocean. It goes by so quickly. We all plan to live till we're old in age and die a natural death, yet we don't know what tomorrow will hold. So let's not wait for funerals to say the things we want to say about our loved ones. Let's not wait for that funeral or a life celebration to say all the good things and all the good qualities that somebody had. But why not pick the phone up today and let them know, I appreciate your sense of humor. I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate your love. I appreciate your helping hand. I appreciate the fact that you're always there and you're always willing to listen. Let that daughter know, that son know, that wife know, that husband know how much you appreciate them. Don't wait till the end to bring flowers. Bring them now. Don't wait till the end to speak of how great they are in your life and what they've done. No, do it now. Don't wait till you're across the dinner table to say something nice. Don't wait till the right opportunity or the right moment, but capitalize on today and let somebody know that's close to you, friend, family, that you care. If you have to make something right, make it right. Put aside pride, put aside ego, and do what you have to do to make sure that you are at peace with everyone. Today, I just wanted to remember Diego and Andre Silva. I didn't know him personally. I watched them just like every other fan. Followed the stats. I'm Portuguese. My parents are from Portugal. I follow the Portugal national team. Wherever the Portugal players go and play, I'll follow those teams. I don't care if it's in the Saudi league. I don't care if it's in France. I don't care if it's in Italy, if it's in England. If there's a Portuguese player playing on the team, I'm following. I'm looking into it, because it's a pride of mine to be Portuguese and have parents that were from Portugal. And today we remember Diego and Andre Silva, two brothers, great individuals, two dreams that were cut short. I would like to say to Diego's wife and his beautiful children and to their parents, to every teammate and everyone that was close to them, that knew them personally, that had built a rapport with them. My prayers are with you. I hold you all up in prayer that God will give you peace, strength in this time. We stand with you. We grieve with you in our own way. And like the captain of Liverpool said, he will be missed, but he will always be with us. Let's honor them, not just with scarves and chants, not just by watching clips on YouTube or social media, but by the way we live, by loving deeper, by forgiving faster, by cherishing the moments we have with our family and our loved ones, and cherishing this very gift of life that we have today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of All Sides with Danny. Once again, be present, be kind, never wait to say what matters to those close to you. Good night, everyone. I look forward to seeing you all on the next podcast. God bless you. Have a great night.